Come on. Oh, baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, baby, my bets are off.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Get that quarterback at all costs. What's the
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisioned something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
44, Mike, 44. Go. Under 10, 10. 33 under 6.
They run again on first down. Cook. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
I don't think you got it, son.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Get ready.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Curl. Watch twitch. Go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette.
It's running.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. So naturally, they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They run it with Armstead, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, baby. Hey, solid one.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
I'm here all day.
Now Foles steps away to his left. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. And his kick here is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Foles. And an alley to run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, He's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of a yard.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On second and 11 now. Foles. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 26-yard line. On the run, it's Fournette. Down right around the 25. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right there. Here we go.
On second and 9, Foles. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, Wahoo! 55, go, go, go. 555, Mike. Easy. All day. Mike.
Foles. And able to find Conley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Shit. Big damn kid. Here we go. Hey. What we got? Hey.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette. His first touchdown of the new season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 10, Vikings 7.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Here we go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. To throw is Cousins. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Work to be done here on second and 16 after the sack.
You ain't doing nothing.
Cousins gives way to Cook. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Cousins to throw it. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Watch the pass. Hey, watch it, watch it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Cook. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing is Cousins. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, Steve 6.
From the gun, here's Cousins. 20! Open man is Higgins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
13.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Westbrook, complete. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
12. Max 50, Max 50, Max 50.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Looking to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
What we got?
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Back to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Get ready.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Cook. And he will lose lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Wait time.
Cousins now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, are you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Cook able to escape. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
On the carry, it's Boone, and he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Cook following the penalty. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now on 2nd and 16, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a run with Cook, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps for these situations, these scenarios, to run some.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I got you.
Mike 54.
Yes.
Pick it up.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, Echo.
Kill. Turn up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter and the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Big stop, Geese. Big stop. Let's go.
Hey, 48.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Escaping the pressure right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Jags grab it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
From the 45 on second down, Foles. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Foles. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Hey, check right, check.
Now Foles. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. 23 yards on the play.
Go! Let's go!
Curl.
Foles. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Vikings, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.